We're huge fans of 9x19mm in general, and the rest of the world seems to have similar feelings. It's easily one of the most popular and readily available rounds on the planet. If you're looking for an end-of-the-world gun, you could certainly do worse than a 9mm PCC. So let's take a look at the top 6 pistol caliber carbines. Number 6. Ruger PC Carbine M-LOK $450. If you've seen much of anything we've posted about the firearms industry, or just seen me personally at the range, it's no secret that we're big fans of Ruger and most of their firearms. One of the big-name manufacturers in the US, we think they provide some of the best value per dollar spent, and the Ruger PC Carbine helps us make our case nicely. At around $450, the Ruger PC Carbine fits nicely in with a lot of the other PCCs on today's list price-wise. This takedown carbine accepts both GLOCK mags and common Ruger pistol magazines, specifically SR series and American Pistol series, and includes the magwell adapter for GLOCK mags and the SR series mags, which the American series magwell available separately. The new M-LOK version seems aimed at PCC competition and is our personal favorite. It comes with a free-floated M-LOK handguard that is milled out of anodized aluminum, which keeps the carbine light and maneuverable, making it perfect for the fast action of competition. Overall, if you're looking for a fairly affordable 9mm carbine and you want something that takes GLOCK mags, this is an excellent choice. You'll also have no problem finding magazines. Number 5. Palmetto State Armory AKV $1,000. In recent years, Palmetto State Armory has been making some seriously interesting AK pattern rifles, and now they've decided to enter the pistol market as well. The PSA AKV is effectively an AK-style pistol, complete with a brace, that gives you AK ergonomics with 9mm ballistics. This is one not to miss. We'd like to make use of this gun in a home defense kind of configuration, running it pretty light in terms of accessories to make the best possible use of the small platform, as well as the fact that it just looks cool as it comes from the PSA factory. Features-wise, it's pretty standard AK, except for the fact that it takes special AKV mags. We like the modernizations that they've made, including the M4 stock adapter and 1913 rail on top of the dust cover, which make it more compatible with modern stocks and optics. Speaking of optics, we think this would go great with one of the new micro red dots that are meant for pistols, as well as a sling to keep it retained if you do end up using it for self-defense. If your budget allows, a suppressor would also be a great call on this seriously cool carbine. Number 4. CZ Scorpion EVO $849. The CZ Scorpion EVO is another hugely popular PCC on the competition circuit, and it's also gaining ground in the home defense and law enforcement markets as well. This lightweight carbine clocks in at under 7 pounds, even chest-based keygen with the 16-inch barrel and folding stock, and the gun points about as well as you could ask. Like most 9mm pistol caliber carbines, recoil is minimal, and the included muzzle brake lightens it even more. The Scorpion EVO comes in many different configurations as well, including pistol formats, so whether you're looking for a truck gun, something to keep by the nightstand, or a full-sized competition gun, you've got options. It's also eminently reliable with factory ammo, and we haven't heard of a malfunction in over 2,000 rounds now. Even if you're yet to clean it, guilty as charged. We like to leave ours mostly stock, but if you choose to pick up an EVO of your very own, you have a huge range of customization options, as there are a number of companies that make aftermarket upgrades, and CZ themselves offer parts from their custom shop. You also have an M-LOK section on the forend, or the option for a full-length M-LOK handguard that you can hang all the usual gubbins off of, like grips, lights, lasers, target designators, coffee grinders, etc. Overall, if we could only have one PCC from this list, the Scorpion would be a hard contender for that spot. Thank God we don't have to choose though. Number 3. Sig MPX Competition $1,700. If we did have to choose, the Sig MPX Competition would be the frontrunner for our favorite PCC, but only barely. Its narrow lead has more to do with how good the other PCCs on this list are than any failing of the MPX though. This carbine has literally changed the tactical world when it comes to SMGs, and many agencies and organizations that use the MP5 are making the transition to the AR-style MPX. The MPX design has more than proven itself in the hands of military and Leo shooters at this point, and has shown itself to be eminently reliable. And ours has never had a hiccup at all, ever. It's also one of our favorite guns to train new shooters on, or to just let people shoot at the range. The grip and controls are all AR-15 style, so most people will be able to transition to this carbine with ease. The only real complaint we have with the MPX is the price. At $1,700, it's not the most expensive PCC out there, and we do think it's worth it, but we would have liked to have seen the street price on this settle around the $1,500 mark. Mags are also pricey at $50 a pop. All that said, it's still a great gun, and the competition version is ready to go out of the box, so we can't complain too much. Number 2, B&T GHM9, $1,600. Another one that's technically a pistol, but still deserves some consideration, is the GHM9. This handy little pistol is derived from one of the best submachine guns of recent years, and we think gives the classics like the MP5 a run for their money, while integrating some nice modern conveniences to those more familiar with the AR. Much like other PCCs, this would be a fantastic home defense weapon, especially if outfitted with a brace and an optic. In that kind of configuration, it's a light, fast weapon that could be stashed in a closet and brought to bear on a conflict in short order. In terms of accessories, we'd once again go with a small red dot and a sling. Doing so would turn this into a great home defense or competition weapon. Similarly, the barrel comes from the factory ready for a tri-lug suppressor, which is something we always recommend for PCCs. Taking advantage of their shorter barrels means you can add a can without making the whole package feel unwieldy. Number 1, Foxtrot Mic FM9, $700. Foxtrot Mic is a company that specializes in ARs, and their 9mm stuff is some of the best around. Go to a USPSA PCC match and try to count how many folks are running FM builds. You'll run out of fingers and toes pretty quickly. You can get all the parts to build your own FM9 if you want, but if you just want the baby without the labor pains, you can pick up a completed gun. For around $700, you get a gun that is manufactured almost entirely in-house by Foxtrot Mic. The upper is a side-charging monolithic style upper with an M-LOK handguard. That side-charging capability is great for clearing malfunctions because you don't have to break your firing position to charge the rifle. FM also does some of the best machining in the industry in our opinion. We're machinists ourselves, so we're picky about this stuff. And we'd like to shake the hand of the materials guy or gal because all of the parts in this gun are made with absolutely excellent metals that save money where possible, but run to the top end where critical parts are concerned. For example, the extractor on this thing. From what we can tell, this is a proprietary design because we've never seen a 9mm AR bolt with an extractor quite like this one, and it's made of high-quality S7 tool steel that will last several thousand rounds. The lowers take GLOCK mags, although you can get Colt-compatible versions too, and feature last round bolt hold open, and the trigger is excellent as well. We love the super aggressive and tactile reset of the trigger for competition shooting. In fact, this is the gun we shoot best when it comes to PCC stuff. For that price, you get one of the best PCCs on the market, with a feature set that we'd expect to cost at least twice that. There are other PCCs that do this or that better or have features this one doesn't, but for raw value, it's hard to argue against the FM9. That's all for this video, folks. See you another time.